approach of state management in Next.js, URL state management. But now let's talk a bit about how you can do it effectively. As I said, it's not related to Next.js. You can do it in React too, but preferring URL as the state management solution in Next.js will solve 90% of your problems and save you from making everything client-side. So how do we do it? Think about Amazon. When we typed something into a search bar or an input, hit enter, and the same thing appeared in the URL. Same thing for the filters. Click something, the checkbox ticks on the website, and it appears in the URL. Do you get it? So all we have to do is whenever a user types something or selects something, we have to add that or type it out in the URL. And there are many ways of doing it. The first one is through a Next.js link. Simple and straightforward. The link actually changes the URL, like the path name and even the query. By doing this, your URL will look like this: /jobs, type is equal to software developer. Whatever your query is, you specify it inside the href, and whenever someone clicks on it, it'll form the right URL with the right query. The second way is using a Next.js use router hook to do it within client pages. There, you can use router.push and do the same thing as before. Doing this will result in the same thing. But again, you're right, this will turn it into a client page, so be careful when you use it. Another way is to do it programmatically by using built-in JavaScript objects such as URL search params to create a new URL and navigate to it using useRouter or window location. A simple example is, again, creating your own search params, setting the query, and then re-navigating your browser to that location. I hope this isn't too much, but it can come super handy when we have to change the URL parameters frequently on any user action, for example, when doing a filter. And here is how that would look like in a real example. I have created a utility function called update search params, which takes in the type of the param to update and its value. First, we construct the URL params object. We set the specified search parameter, and then we append it to the URL that we have right now, just the path name. In the same way, once somebody unchecks that checkbox or deletes their search bar, we have to also focus on deleting it from the URL bar. That's it. And of course, whenever you have a lot of code that people often have to type, there's a library for that. So in this case, there's a query string library, which I like using, which simplifies things significantly. You can create a new utility function called formURLQuery, which takes in the current URL, and then you can update it with the key and the value. And finally, you can return the updated URL, which you can then call like this: const new URL is equal to formURLQuery with the following params, the key, and the value. And then you finally push to it. Look, I know that this isn't simple, especially when I laid out so much information about state management in Next.js in a couple of these text-based lessons. But moving forward in this course, we'll actually do it all within our DevFlow project. So you'll be able to learn and practice exactly what we covered right here. Think of these lessons just as an introduction, but now that you have the general information and the why we're doing it, learning how to do it will be simple.